Bhutan tomorrow. If I may ask you, what's the significance of this visit? How do you look at this visit, sir? If you can share your thoughts.
So there are two aspects to the significance of the visit. One is it's a very, very special time at which the visit is taking place. There is something called Global Peace Prayer Festival, which Bhutan says is an unprecedented event in the past, in the past history of Bhutan. So that festival is going on right now, and that festival has a series of rounds of prayers and rituals which are going on over these 14 days or so, praying for world peace and happiness. So Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, will also be participating in the Peace Prayer Festival along with the Bhutanese leaders. So I think it's a matter of participation in that. Together with the Peace Prayer Festival, there is the birthday celebration, the 70th birthday of His Majesty, the 4th King of Bhutan, who was in charge of affairs here between 1972 and 2006, those 34 years, who has been, I think, a very widely respected figure. And there is going to be a public function, a large function with participation of large number of Bhutanese. So Prime Minister's participation in that festival is also a matter of, I think, an honor for India to participate in something which is so special for the country in which an Indian leader is participating. And we have the visit of the relics of Lord Buddha, which have been brought specially for at this time, which is a very significant time, which will be there for public veneration and exposition at one of the most prestigious halls in the city of Thimphu. So all of that, the entire environment right now in Bhutan, as you would see, I think is a very special environment, very celebratory environment, also a very solemn and very auspicious occasion. Together with that, I think since the leaders will be meeting, they will also be looking at the relations between the two countries and different aspects of the progress and development of these relations, and reach decisions which will be helpful for taking forward the relationship and cooperation in different areas between the two countries. So one is the public celebrations which will be taking place for the 70th birth anniversary of the 4th King of Bhutan. So Prime Minister will be participating in that function. He will have bilateral talks with the King of Bhutan. He will also be meeting and interacting with the Prime Minister of Bhutan. He will participate in the inauguration, the joint inauguration with Bhutan for a 1020 megawatt, which is a fairly large hydropower plant called Puna Sangchu 2. So those are the main activities. There will be a couple of other formal functions which we'll know the details tomorrow, including a banquet in honor of the Prime Minister, which will be hosted by the royal family.
It's quite a binding factor between the two countries. Talk to us about that, and because Prime Minister also mentioned and congratulated Bhutan for it, your thoughts regarding that, sir.
So Buddhism is something which is very deep in the belief system and in the faith. In Bhutan, people are very highly religious, very spiritually oriented, which is, I think, a very striking factor which is visible all around. So I think of course, therefore, this belief system is rooted in the thoughts and teachings and the what we call Four Noble Truths and Eightfold Path by Lord Buddha. So I think Buddhism therefore serves as a very important connection, because India is seen as land of Buddha, where Lord Buddha spent most of his time, received enlightenment, gave sermons, and many other sites connected to them. Lots of Bhutanese pilgrims already go. I think in tens of thousands of people go every year. So this is something which connects really the countries in a very, very close manner. So therefore, holy relics of Lord Buddha are considered very, very sacred by all Buddhists, because they are what in Hindi we call Sharir Dhatu, or actually kind of body relics of Lord Buddha, which are very sacred. They are kept in the National Museum in Delhi. They have been brought for these 10 days for public veneration in Bhutan. So it happening at a time in a country where the faith and belief system is so closely, I think, so respectful, and so I think it's a way for people of Bhutan to be able to also pay their respect, their regard, and pray to the relics of Lord Buddha. And I think in the process also know a little more about the Buddhist connections between the two countries. And I think it will strengthen that deep connect between the people. And of course, Prime Minister and the royal family, they will also be visiting the relics. And I think therefore, at the level of the leadership, at the level of the governments, at the level of the people, I think it will really bring us closer in all those forms.
Through of engineering marvel as well from India in Bhutan. What are your thoughts, and what are the projects like? How it will benefit both the countries in that regard?
So hydropower is a very strong area for Bhutan in terms of a large number of rivers, etc., having huge potential, estimated to be of the order of 35,000 megawatts. So 1,020 megawatt project which has been completed and which we expect joint inauguration tomorrow by the leaders of the two countries, I think is a very important addition. It will add about 40% of the total installed capacity of hydropower generation in Bhutan. So it will become an important project for Bhutan's own economic development. It's a large power generating plant, and the power produced from the plant will be used by people of Bhutan, and surplus power will be exported to India. In Bhutan, particularly the power generation peaks during summer months, and all because most of the rivers are glacial rivers. So I think that's a time in which India also there is a great demand for power. So there is good synergy in that sense. Power generated from the Punasangchu 2 hydroelectric plant tomorrow, which will be inaugurated, will serve the people of Bhutan, will also benefit the economy of Bhutan. It will produce power to India for our own use, and I think it serves as a good synergy between the two countries in that area.
Various aspects. Your thoughts regarding the connectivity aspect, the public to public, because it has been going on for a very long time as well. Your thoughts regarding it and their collaboration at present and anything in future which we can look forward to.
Thank you. I think the connectivity has many dimensions. One is, of course, the connectivity in terms of physical connectivity, which means Bhutan's 80% trade is with India. So there is a huge, and their exports to other countries beyond India are also, they pass through India, because then all the trading routes are through them. So development and streamlining of trading between the two countries, the infrastructure, the road development, and the plans to build up railways connections in the future. So that's one important area in which I think there will be important discussions and decisions tomorrow. The digital connectivity is also an important part. Bhutan, of course, everybody needs lots of. So there is some work going on in that area. Fintech or financial technology or the QR code based system, linking the financial systems in the two countries so that Indian travelers to Bhutan and Bhutanese travelers to India can use the payment using their domestic network of banks for the purpose of various services which they avail in each of the countries. That's another very important area of digital connectivity between the two countries. And what you said, the people level connectivity, the people of India and people of Bhutan, and where the spirituality, yoga, cinema, and cultural performances. There are lots of facets of them. I think they also are a very important part of the connectivity between the two countries. I think it's a very strong, very deep, what we call special friendship and unique relations between the two countries. So they already have a very, very strong foundation which have been developed over the decades between the two countries. And as I see it, I think the potential is immense. Both India, we are looking at Viksit Bharat 2047. Bhutan also has lots of strong visions to take forward. They say a high income economy. There are other development visions in Bhutan. So I think it's on the economic front, there is a natural synergy. I mean, being a very close, important neighbor, through which kind of in terms of trade, economic relations, development partnership, the kind of common thinking and shared approach between the two countries politically towards each other, and in terms of global thing, which is the Global Peace Prayer Festival. So I think it's a relationship with immense potential to progress in different areas. You mentioned the power generation or energy partnership. There is educational partnership, technology partnership, and various ways in which we can, I think, work together apart from cultural and people level connections. So I see it as a country and relations to be those of immense potential on a very strong, very close footing. Some people may also like to describe it as maybe among the closest or the closest partnership between India and neighboring countries. And I think the potential for taking it forward, and that's our objective, I think, with the support of the government of the two countries, to really take it to newer heights in the future.